You're now tuned in to the What's Happening, people. I go by the name of DJ 912, and I know it's been a minute, man, but I'm finna drop a real helpful video for all artists that need help in the direction of how you gonna use AI to help write your artist bio, because we all need it, right? Whether it's going on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever. I'm finna show you how to make that real quick with AI. And shouts out to Pro Musician to Artist. His video was very helpful. I'm just trying to give y'all a short, condensed, sweet version of it, and we're gonna run through it real quick. But you know, gotta drop the plug. Go cop the new single. Go stream the new single. Slide on all streaming platforms. Out right now. Produced, engineered, and mixed by your boy. You feel me? But let's get straight into this video. Let's get to it. All right, man. So open up your Chat GPT, right? And we know Chat GPT is free unless you want to upgrade. And I'm pretty sure you can do this with any AI agent that you use, right? Or wanted to use. So the prompt, again, shout out to Pro Musician, the artist. His video is very informal and helpful on how to do this, right? So we're gonna ask ChatGPT a question, right? And the question is, I want to write an artist bio for Spotify. What do you need? So what are the things that AI needs from me to plug in so you can write me a helpful artist bio or spicy, you know, journalistic type of artist bio? And the key to using AI for anything that you're using is having the correct prompt to get you in the right direction, right? Because you can ask a question and that question can cover a multitude of things, right? If you ask me how to make a beat, it's a lot of ways to make a beat. You know what I'm saying? What kind of beat? What style of beat? What are you looking for? What sound are you going for? Like all those questions comes under how do you make a beat? You know what I'm saying? How do you mix? How the 808 sound? How the kick sound? So be very specific and detailed with your questions when you're asking these things into not only Chat GPT, but anytime you get into a room, be very specific on the questions that you ask. That way you can get a direct answer instead of a roundabout way, right? So it spit out 10 or 11 things that I need to help write this artist bio for me. So things like name, genre, hometown, your activity, how would you describe your sound? These are the things that pretty much everybody gonna ask you if you're doing music. It's hands down the very basic template of people asking you the same thing over and over, no matter what interview it is, this, that, and the third. So Chat GPT asks it to you, and then based on those answers, they're gonna spit out you an artist bio. So scroll down. I plugged in all those things. Pause to read if you like to. If not, just keep rolling with me. Like I said, it's a short, sweet version of it. Then it gave me the artist bio, right? So it plugged in all the information, and all the information is very useful and helpful. It sounds very journalistic, right? So I said, bump it, we're gonna keep this one, right? And that was the first prompt. So, or you can keep going, it's your choice. But for me, I was like, that hit the nail on the head. I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving, right? Then it said, Chat GPT asks, hey, do you want to make this a shorter version, 2 lines, right? 2 to 3 lines for your profile headers, like, you know what I'm saying, YouTube and those things that be very short. You ain't got but so many characters to deal with, right? I said, boom, let's do it, right? So the first time it gave it to me, I liked it, but it was like something about it I didn't necessarily like. So it was like, so Chat GPT said, let me know if you want it with different tone, like more edgy, poetic, or industry focused. So I said, can we make it industry focused? And then it gave me that. Now, can we make a version for Instagram? So boom, it gave me a version for Instagram. And I didn't like one line specifically, like, right? I didn't like this line. So I wrote this line into my prompt and I said, can we make this a little more catchy? And it gave me 6 different phrases to make it more catchy, right? Ultimately, I chose line 4, right? So line 4 is what I chose. Then as we go down farther, the only thing I changed was this booking info. So flip the booking info and I just put my YouTube. like the watch now part. And that's basically it. And I did that in probably under 30 minutes maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I do got my ADHD, so I be back and forth on my phone and trying to hone in on that as well. So boom. Now I have my artist bio not only for my Spotify and YouTube. I mean, not my Spotify and my Apple Music, but I also got a little small line that I can put into my Facebook artist page, this, that, and the third. So, right, boom. For me personally, it would have took a long time because I overanalyze things, I overthink it, and I just want to get to the music. That's my ultimate goal, is to do music. So I wanted to get to the music. So in getting to the music, hey, why not use something that's free and something that's helpful and has more resources than I do, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Off top of hand, right? If I had the phone call to call somebody, I wouldn't hire it. I wouldn't use Chat GPT for it, so to speak, right? So boom. Now let's flip it over and go to the YouTube side, right? Or pretty much using the same prompt as I did for my artist bio, right? I wrote, can we write a catchy YouTube description to help grow my YouTube channel and has great SEO terms for my channel? What info would you need from me to help you with this? And it gave out 7 things to highlight, you know what I'm saying, that I need to type in so it can give me a good YouTube description. So I did it, and the YouTube joint kind of got frustrating for me. I'm not gonna flex, right? So it gave me multiple ones, right? And so for those that's first time using it, these hashtags, I mean these lines that you see on the screen, like in between it, that's one prompt, that's one description, that's one YouTube. This whole thing is one YouTube description, right? And so I was like, boom, it was cool, but it was too long for YouTube. I said, can we make this 500 words? And it did. And this is where it kind of got tricky, because you see it's got a line here, it's got a line here, so on and so forth, right? So each one of these was a breakdown of different descriptions you could have used within your YouTube channel. And I'm guessing they was 500. I kind of didn't understand it at first, but after I kept playing with it, I was like, oh, so the lines mean it's a different prompt. I mean, a different description. So I think I ultimately end up choosing this one. And what I ended up doing was I said, can I get a version with only 1,000 words so I can copy and paste? Now, the reason why I said that, because I thought all this was actually one whole entire description, right? So that's where I started to get frustrated at. I also was super hungry, but that's neither here nor there. So it gave me a couple more. So we got one here, you got one here, you got one here. So ultimately I end up choosing this one right here, right? Make a short story sweet. It was still too long. These spaces mean something different in YouTube, in the YouTube thing, right? But it was still too long. So I end up copying and pasting it back into Chat GPT. And my final prompt for it was, YouTube says this is 1,272. Can we keep this just as engaging but shorter to keep it under 1,000 words per YouTube standards? So then, boom, it spit this one out. And this is the one I'm actually using on my YouTube channel right now. Right? So again, we did something in very short amount of time to get to a specific destination. And it all started with AI, man. And I think AI is something that we're never gonna get away from now that it's here. We just have to figure out ways to make it great use for us, right? It's like having your own personal assistant in your back pocket. So like, even if I was to write it on here, right, on my desktop, and I needed to get to it in my phone, all I got to do is go to the Chat GPT app on my phone, and boom, it's in my phone. I can copy and paste it from my phone. So even if you was on your phone, you can do this. This is why it's very, very helpful. And I think everybody should learn how to use it, at least in somewhat. I've also used Chat GPT to help come up with help find new recipes that I wanted to try, or just wanted to try new recipes, period, with food that I had in the refrigerator, right? So I was like, I got chicken, rice, peas, da 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 da. Give me 10 recipes for this, and it knocked out 10 recipes for me, right? Different things I would try, because a lot of us get in the same rut and we want to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, right? You want to cook spaghetti the same way all the time. You want chicken Alfredo all the time. Well, what can we do differently? You know what I'm saying? And this is a great way to get Chat GPT to help us in our everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And as an artist, we wear so many hats, especially as an independent artist or independent producer. We wear so many hats. We have to be in certain different areas. And this is an area that I always struggle with, that I always overthink. Still overthinking a lot of the times. Chat GPT helped me stop overthinking because it was a little bit more simpler for me. And I like what it was spitting out to me. So shoot, why not copy and paste it? Certain things I did, you know what I'm saying? I played around a little bit and try to rearrange certain words and stuff, and I just didn't like the way it flowed. So I just put it back in Chat GPT. Right. So why not use something free? You know what I'm saying? I think Chat GPT free is limited though. I think you only get a certain amount of prompts that you can use per month, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, I will look that up. I don't know that off the top of my head, but this is a great way to help in your everyday life as a music producer, as an independent artist. I think you can benefit from this. So let me stop running my mouth. Make sure y'all go check out the new single Slide. I also got a new single called Yeah Yeah. It's out on all streaming platforms. Go check those out. And also, this cover was made with AI. The DJ 912 part is something I did myself, but Slide, all that was made with AI as well. So if y'all want a video on what I'm using on that, just drop it in the comments below. Appreciate you, man. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. You made it this far. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Find me on everything at DJ 912. Peace.